Welcome to Rachel Uncensored, the only place on the internet you can find an uncensored version of me. Hello, I'm Rachel, and welcome back to another solo episode. Last week we had my mother on, which you guys seem to enjoy, even though I feel like every time she gets on, her and I end up bickering with each other. But I guess that's just family, is it not? And next week we have on the one, the only Miss JoJo Siwa. She's coming over tomorrow to film. So put your questions in, talk about it, get it going. She will be here. So she says, we had a no bail streak last year. We went a whole year without bailing on each other. And in this year, it's very rare we don't bail. So let's see what happens. But we have some Rachel's rewinds. Kate said, bro, quit torturing yourself. There is absolutely no difference when the AC is on versus off. Not a single sound changed. And I have AirPods in. So if you watch this, I actually forgot to turn the AC off in this episode. I always forget to turn the AC off when I start filming. And then as I'm filming, the AC kicks on and I have to go turn it off. And people are like, why do you turn it off? I can't hear anything. So if I don't turn it off, eventually the mics pick it up and it becomes a humming noise. And when I edit, it makes it a lot more difficult to edit because it sounds very cut off. I edit out all my breaths. I edit out all my my little, any mouth noises. You're welcome. But when the AC is on, it makes it hard to edit those out because you can hear a shift in the sound. And also you can hear a humming versus when it's on, when it's off. But when it does immediately happen, I turn it off so you guys don't hear it. So there is a difference if I were to leave it on. And it also takes me way longer to edit. And if you know me, you know I'm lazy. I'm lazy. A noise just happened in the garage and Blaze and I just both looked. Are we getting murdered? Are you going to protect us? Am I supposed to protect us? Blaze is here. Blaze, that's your job. You have one job. Eat the intruders. Now I hear sirens. We're all going to die. Anyway. Oh, I'm not a lazy person. I'm always doing something, but sometimes I don't want a job to be harder than it needs to be. That's where it is. Oh my God, I'm just redefining myself here. Hello, I'm not lazy. I just think that I'm going to find the easiest way to do a job, but correctly. So I get everything done correctly. I'm just going to think smarter, not harder. If editing is going to take me twice as long because the AC's on, I'd rather be hot for 20 minutes, 40 minutes, and save myself 3 hours of editing. There you go. Done. I'm not lazy. I'm just efficient. I love lying to myself. It's so great. But I feel like I've made valid points here. I feel like I'm pretty on, right? Okay. And then we have a question of the day, which is also kind of a rewind. By the way, I'm in a terrible mood. I am pissing today. And I was so excited to have therapy. I was supposed to have therapy this morning at 11 a.m. It's 11:06 right now. Not having therapy because my therapist is like, hey, can we switch it to Thursday? And the amount of times I've bailed on that woman, she's allowed to bail on me every once in a while. So I was like, yeah, of course. Totally fine. I'm not upset at all. Go ahead. I don't even know why you're bailing on me, but that's fine. Valid excuse. Sure. Oh, I'm still pissing. Am I mad at my therapist? She doesn't know. I have no right to be mad at her. I needed therapy today. And I know if I had said, no, I need you to see you today, she would have. But I don't want to see someone that doesn't want to see me. I want to be wanted. I need to be needed. No, I don't need to be needed. But I would like to be wanted. So that's something to discuss in therapy as well. I haven't had my therapy, and I'm in a bad mood. So this comment pissed me off. And I do not want to get into a political debate here. So I'm going to spit facts, and that's the end of it. You hear me? Thank you. Someone commented, and I am not going to read it in the voice I read it because it was very sassy the way I read it in my head. But I'm just going to try and read it as monotone as possible as to not stir up more anger within myself. So this is from the last video where I discussed, my mom and I apparently discussed Trump for half a second. And then I was saying, like, I wouldn't be friends with anyone that voted for him. Someone commented and said, what rights does Donald Trump want to take away from lesbians? Just curious. I'm not from the USA. Do you guys really hate each other so much that you would cut ties with someone if they are voting for Trump? With the, oh my God, emoji. I just felt like the gingerbread man. Okay. I don't choose my friends based on how they vote, with a mind-blowing emoji. That just me. Oh, okay. I'm about to get so mean, and I don't want to be mean. I'm in such a bad mood. But keep reading. Surely many people vote Republican because of non-LGBT plus related things. Economic things, war, or whatever. Shrug emoji. Oh yeah, just shrug about it. Snow. Stop, Ballinger. It seems so dramatic over there. Are you guys okay? No! We aren't okay. That's why we need to vote against Trump. Oh my God. Okay, I had someone say, I'm gonna come at this as if I'm not in a bad mood. Here we go. So, I had someone say to me the other day, no, sorry. I'm all kerfluffled. Trump doesn't actually say anything about the LGBT community or abortion rights or anything. Like, he actually doesn't care. So, like, why is it a big deal? Because since you're not from the USA, hello, how you doing? Do you have free healthcare? I'm a little jealous. So with us, even though Trump doesn't care, cool, nifty, he appoints people to power that do care. So he appoints very conservative, Republican, evil-minded human beings that want to take the rights away from women, from the gay community, from minorities, from poor people. So even though he might not care, the people he would put into power that would make laws happen, such as the Supreme Court, who overturned Roe v. Wade, now making it state by state ruling, which means people apparently, I just heard about this, I haven't fact checked it, but like in Oklahoma, the consequences to performing an abortion, even if it is a life-threatening to save the mother's life, the doctors could go to jail or be fined like crazy. And so doctors are leaving Oklahoma. So there's a doctor shortage. So women aren't able to get the care that they need because doctors are like, I am going to save lives. I'm not going to have this state tell me what I can and can't do. So I'm not going to get arrested, but I'm not going to not save a woman's life if she's coming in with like an atopic pregnancy or whatever, or if she just doesn't want to be pregnant anymore. So they've been fleeing, and so there's a shortage of doctors, and women aren't getting the care they need. They're not even able to see doctors until they're in their second trimester. And women, regardless if they are going through with the pregnancy or not, need to see a doctor in the first trimester. So it's things like that that's causing issues. Now, the people he wants to appoint or would appoint into power under him are very anti-LGBTQ+, meaning not only would our right to be married get taken, but it opens the door for it being once again illegal to be gay. So my rights as a woman and my rights as a gay woman are on the line if Trump goes into presidency again. The last time he did it, Roe v. Wade got turned over because of who he selected to the Supreme Court. Even if he didn't give a crap about Roe v. Wade, he appointed people that do. So when someone votes for him, my life is personally on the line. And to say, oh, well, they don't care about those things. Like they're Republican, but they don't care about the LGBT or even pro-life versus pro-choice. They're just doing it for economic things. That's so gross to me that you care more about money than human rights. So again, I don't want to be in your life. I don't want to be your friend if you care more about money than a human being. And then war or whatever, the shrug. Again, you're not from states, so I'll let you know. The Republicans want the war, Democrats don't. So if they're voting, I don't want war. I don't want to be friends with someone that wants war. I want everyone to get along and be happy, even when I'm in a pissy mood. And there is no whatever. So to vote for Trump A lot of people have a lot of reasonings or something. I don't know. But you are voting against, in my opinion / facts, human beings. You're voting against human rights and the happiness and the health of human beings. So I don't want to be your friend because that shows me who you are. That's just that. That's all it is. Those type of people I don't really want to be friends. I wouldn't be best friends with. Yeah, I have had people in my life that did vote for them. I'm not very close with those people. Don't really want to share my life with them. And that's my right. You can be friends with whoever you want. I don't care. But it's a personal attack on me. And you can say it's not or whatever, but the only other reasons are pretty shitty. So there you go. I tried to be as little pissiness as possible with that. Okay. Let's check to see if we have a sponsor for today before we go into what pisses me off. Sponsor! Home Chef. Home Chef is our sponsor for today. Now, as adults, we all dread the question, what should we have for dinner? I know in this household, it's the biggest question of the day. And a lot of the time, inevitably, we just end up ordering takeout because going to the grocery store, figuring out what we want to eat, bringing it home, and cooking it is just too much. And we spend so much money doing that. So if you rather enjoy a home-cooked meal without the stress of planning ahead, Home Chef makes it really easy and saves you money. Home Chef provides fresh ingredients and chef-designed recipes conveniently delivered to your doorstep to simplify your cooking experience. I'm telling you guys, this food is delicious and extremely easy to make. I made our favorite this last week was the gnocchi. Abby rated it a 9 out of 10. And if you know her, that is a true compliment to the chef that created this. Whether you prefer classic meal kits with pre-portioned ingredients and easy instructions, speedy recipes ready in less than 30 minutes, oven-ready kits with pre-chopped ingredients, or quick microwave meals that assemble in minutes, Home Chef has you and the entire family covered for delicious meals without the hassle. They have over 30 options a week and serve a variety of dietary needs, so you don't have to worry about what to make ahead of time. Not only is it convenient, but it's economical too. Home Chef customers save an average of $86 per month on groceries. For a limited time, Home Chef is offering my listeners 18 free meals plus free dessert for life. And of course, free shipping on your first box. Go to homechef.com/Rachel. That's homechef.com/Rachel for 18 free meals and free desserts for life. You heard that right. Homechef.com/Rachel. You must be an active subscriber to receive the free dessert. Okay. So I'm not gonna tell you why I'm in pissy mood. You don't get to know. But I will say, you know what pisses me off? This isn't even we're going to read a book entry. But oh my God, when you are swimming in a pool or swimming in the ocean and you have to go, you're in a wet bathing suit. Your bathing suit has been wet and it is wet upon your body and your body is wet. And you're like, I have to go to the toilet. And you have to get out of the pool, get out of that body water and go to the toilet. Taking that swimsuit off, using the bathroom and then putting that swimsuit back on is the ickiest fucking feeling. Oh God, I hate it. So it pisses me the fuck off. Why haven't we come up with a better system for this? I don't know what it would be. I'm not a scientist, but I can't stand it. Can't stand it. Or like when you're in the shower and you have the urge to poop while you're in the shower and you have to get out of the shower and poop and then get back in the shower. No, I'm pissed about it. All right, you want to read one from my book? This is number 48. You know what pisses me off? Wireless chargers. And it reads, they aren't wireless. You still have to plug the charging station into something. Also, they make it so you can't use your phone while it's charging. You can't trick me into thinking this new device is groundbreaking. The commercials for them try to fool you with trickery, showing you videos of people trying to plug in their chargers at the airport and failing. But they never show the people using wireless chargers at the airport because it would be the exact same situation. You have to plug it in to the charging station. I'm going to stand by this. I have used a wireless charger here and there. They break a lot quicker, in my opinion. And also, you can't use your fucking phone while it's charging. You just can't. Why? You have to plug it into something. So I'm not a fan of wireless chargers. I did use them for half a second because you could prop up your phone and watch something while it's charging, and it's like a little stand for it. But I've gone back to corded chargers. So much better. So much better. I'll just get a stand for my phone next to my bed if I need it. So those are my opinions. That's where things lie. I know the comments of this video are not going to be my favorite. And oh my God, my timer went off. My timer went off. My laundry's done. Well, we'll just redo that and I'll tend to that after I'm done. Okay. We're reading more Am I the Assholes? Don't worry, next week you're having a lot of fun with JoJo. But there are people that like this, so we're going to keep going. Except one person to comment on my video. Rachel, I love you, but just stop. Oh. I'm in too bad a mood to respond to you. Fuck you. And we're continuing. Am I the asshole? I'm such a fucking bad mood. Am I the asshole for telling my sister-in-law she should learn how to say my name correctly before she names her son after me? Wait, my sister-in-law or my son-in-law? My sister. Yeah, it's my sister-in-law. Sorry. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. Am I the asshole for telling my sister-in-law she should learn how to say my name correctly before she names her son after me? It all depends on how you say it. Let's read this. I, a 28-year-old man, why can't I speak? Okay, lower your blood pressure. Here we go. I, a 28-year-old male, am an Irish man married to an American woman. We live in America for right now. Her sister and brother-in-law, who are both also American, have decided they will name their son after me. My name, oh no, I don't know how to pronounce this. Oisin? O-I-S-I-N. Oisin. Sister-in-law calls me Ocean or Ocean, depending on how hard she tries. But my name is pronounced Asheen. Asheen? Asheen, okay. Asheen. Sister-in-law has been corrected many a times and never says it right. She even decided they want to use the fada in my name for their sons as well. What's a fada? Oh, the little dash over the I. He's due in October, and neither sister-in-law or husband can say the name correctly. While she's also talking about their future plans to visit Ireland and connect their son with his name's heritage in the future, and how they can stay with my wife and I when we move back to Ireland. I'm sorry. This is so funny. What the hell? These people, for some reason, want to name their son after you. Are you that close with them? That seems like their brother-in-law? They want to name their kid. Okay, that's cool. Maybe you guys are that close. That's awesome. But they can't say your name? So they want to name their son after you, but while not also being able to say their son's name then. Okay, there's more to it. My wife has explained far too many times that she can't say my name right. Her sister brushes it off. Oh, that's rude. I've learned if someone wants their name pronounced a certain way, you pronounce their name that way, whether you can say it or not. You'll learn how to say it. It's words. You learn how to say words. Their parents have suggested a more common name as the first name and Asheen as a middle name so there's less confusion for him. I still feel like I'm saying it wrong. Asheen? Who knows? Yesterday, we saw sister-in-law and her husband again, and she was saying she expected me to be more smug to have a kid named after me. But I looked indifferent. I told her she should learn how to say my name correctly before she names her son after me. Sister-in-law told me I should learn to be less of a dick and be more appreciative. I shrugged and told her it doesn't mean I'm not right, and especially if she goes to Ireland. Am I the asshole? I don't think you are. If someone was like, I'm naming my daughter after you, but I'm going to name her Rachel. I feel like that's not after me then. That's not after me. I don't know who Rachel is. Top comment says, not the asshole. It's just weird to name a kid after an in-law. You do not have a specific out-of-marital relationship. Sorry for saying it, but what will happen if you and your wife split and the in-laws become ex-in-laws? Oh yes, we named you after your aunt's ex-husband. He was a dude from Ireland and we can't even say his name right. So here we thought it was perfect for you. Then the OP says, not to mention, we're not even close. But here you go. Enjoy confusing the fuck out of people with your name. Oh my God. They're not even close. What the hell? What is going on? And then someone responded to that and says, I think she likes the name Ocean, and this is a way to achieve that. Americans will pronounce his name however she tells them to. The rare person in her orbit will know she's wrong. But you're right. It's very, very strange. I would just drop it and call her kid whatever she calls him. It's too bizarre to get into it with her, not the asshole. Yeah, my thing is, if she wants to name her kid Ocean, cutesies. But don't say I'm naming my son after you if their name is an Ocean. What? Asheen. That's not hard. If I'm saying it right, that's Asheen? Usheen. I don't know. Yeah, everyone's saying not the asshole. It's categorically weird to name a kid a name you cannot pronounce correctly. So I actually know that my sister's name, Colleen, is an Irish name that's actually pronounced Colleen. And my grandmother I don't know if she just didn't like that pronunciation or she pronounced it wrong, but the name is, we all say Colleen, and it's in the rest of the world, Colleen. So I don't know what was going on there, but it is funny that's what's what. I don't know why that is. I don't know why. This is hilarious though. Definitely not the asshole. I would be like, you're weird. If you want to name your son Ocean, name him Ocean. I don't care. Oh, all right. Moving on. Am I the asshole for not inviting my friend to my engagement dinner since she never shows up after she became a parent? One, doesn't hurt to invite her if you know she's not going to show up. But two, are you guys still friends though? And three, I don't know. Let's read more. So I have a friend group from college. This is about Millie. Millie married and has a kid about 2 years ago. And a kid about 2 years ago. Sorry. I spelled it wrong and it made it give me an Italian accent. Okay. The problem is she always turns down invitations. At the beginning, I was understanding. She's a new parent who just doesn't have time to meet up. Over time, it got tiring, though. I don't understand why it's so difficult to never... The writing in this is going to stumble me, y'all. I don't understand why it's so difficult to leave to get brunch one day. She has a partner. It shouldn't be difficult to be gone for a few hours. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Unless you're a parent, you will never know what it takes to be a parent or how hard your life is or what you're feeling or what you're going through. So just because you don't understand it doesn't mean it's not a thing. So I don't have kids, but I've witnessed a lot and I just don't know. And that's okay. So that's the end of that. But let's keep reading. She missed event after event. The time she does appear, she will make a big deal about changing the outing so her baby can join. Last time I saw her was around Christmas. Oh, also I want to touch on, just because she has a partner doesn't mean the partner's doing anything. There's a lot of married moms that are single moms. And there are some married men who are single fathers. So just because a partner is in the picture doesn't mean they're getting the help from the partner. So I got engaged and was having a dinner to celebrate. I decided to not invite her. She has turned down so many invitations. I also didn't want to deal with her trying to change the event or bring the baby. The dinner happened 2 nights ago and I got a call yesterday from Millie. She was upset that she wasn't invited and saw the event picture online. I explained that she never comes to events and I saw her last Christmas. She told me that I was being unfair and that she would have made time for the party. We went in circles for a bit and it turned into an argument. She basically told me I was extremely unfair and I won't understand because I'm not a parent. That's actually true. I told her if she actually cared, she would have showed up to events. A few hours every month shouldn't be that difficult. Okay. I get you could only invite someone so many times and them turn it down so many times where you eventually stop inviting them. I get that. I completely understand that. Have you told her that it's hurt your feelings? Were you not inviting her out of spite? And were you guys still talking? Were you still chatting? Was she still a part of your life even though you haven't seen her? There's just so much that goes into this. And I don't think it needs to be a fight. You could really say, like, I genuinely didn't think you'd come and I didn't want you to feel bad about turning down another invitation. But, like, if you're down to start coming to stuff, I'll keep inviting you. Like, that's all you really needed to say. She might be drowning. Like, you don't know. Have you asked her? Have you asked her how she's feeling, how she's going, like what her life is? Or are you just inviting her to think she's not coming and then you're giving her the middle finger? I feel like there needs to be a more open dialogue here. But I get being like, I always invite this person and they never show up, so you stop inviting them. I've done that so many times. But if someone says something, then I'm like, oh shit. And I will tell the truth. I'll be like, you haven't come to things, and like I got tired of inviting you and you saying no or trying to change it on me. So I didn't think you'd want to come. But if you want to come from here on out, I will send the invitation. And like, that's the end of it. But let's read the comments. Top comment, not the asshole. What should you do if she constantly refused the invitation? I think it wouldn't be so hard for her to get out if she asked her partner to take care of the child. Okay. Oh, so here's the thing. You cannot rely on the partner. Can't expect the partner to do anything, because I've seen it too many times where the partner doesn't do anything. Someone said, for me, if someone keeps refusing invites, I see it as a hint that they don't want to hang out anymore. That is a valid one. That is very valid. That's what I'm saying. You can only get rejected so many times before you give up. So that I'm like, yeah, for sure. You're in the right if that's why you stopped inviting her. But again, I don't think it needed to be an argument. I think you should just been like, you said your feelings and then be like, but from now on, if you are deciding you want to come, like if you're going to start making more of an effort, I will invite you. Yeah, someone said me too. I would see myself as annoying if I kept asking someone who says no. I mean, I make time to see people I care about. A lot of these comments aren't getting that. They're like, I just don't get why she won't give the baby to their spouse for a few hours. I don't get it. And the OP saying, it shouldn't be difficult to hand the baby to her spouse and leave for a few hours. I don't get it. I've met her spouse. When I have seen her, she talks good of the dad he is. Just give him the kid for a few hours. Someone says, I mean, you have to consider that there are underlying issues in her life that for whatever reason are making it difficult for her. Health issues, partner issues, baby issues, combination of any of them. We aren't always aware of the baggage our friends are dealing with behind closed doors. Your friend is not entitled to an invitation for your event. But I don't know. It seems like you are assuming she just declines events due to lack of interest or because she's selfish, which I don't know, makes me think maybe you don't like her that much anyway before she even had the baby. And then OP says she needs to explain it. Oh, no, I'm not liking OP. I'm not liking them. To be honest, all of the info I have with her on this point too, she just doesn't care. I don't know what any of that said. We have also asked her, and the main excuse was she's just busy. Even her bestie has tried to get to the bottom of it and nothing. She's also a bit mama crazy, which I'm sure adds into it. So again, I think that person said it best, where it was like, they aren't entitled to an invitation. No one ever is entitled to an invitation to anything. But I'm not liking how OP is handling any of this. You don't seem to want the baby in anything. If you want to see your friend and like build a relationship and they aren't leaving the baby, you got to go see the baby. People's lives do change once they have kids. That's why I don't have any. And it does suck when your friend has a kid and then you kind of lose them as a friend a little bit because they become a mom. Their life changes. They can't drop everything like to do whatever. Their life is that child now. That's just what happens, whether you like it or not. I've seen people that are like, no, my kid isn't going to be my life. They're going to be a part of my life. And then they have the baby and the baby is their entire life. It's just what happens. I don't think that this OP, is having any empathy for that. And if the person keeps being closed off, yeah, like don't invite them. But I don't think there needs to be a fight for it. I feel like if you're like, you just say X, Y, and Z. You don't show up. I've invited you before. I felt maybe I was annoying you. If you are going to make an effort to come, great. I will invite you. But I don't want to keep getting declined. I think that is a total normal conversation to have. But OP is rubbing me the wrong way. You don't understand what having kids does to a woman or a dad sometimes. So, nope. I'm going to say OP was fine for not inviting the person, but how you're looking at the whole situation, I think you're a little dick. Just a little bit. All right, before we move on, I have to change the battery in my camera. Sponsor! Honey Love. Honey Love is our sponsor for today. Honeylove has not only entered but changed the wireless bra game. Their bras are so supportive that they eliminate the need for uncomfortable wires and unnecessary bulk. The only thing you're giving up when you get a Honeylove bra is that feeling of taking a bra off after a really long day and you finally get to breathe. Because with these bras, you're breathing the whole time. Especially in this summer heat, you deserve a bra that's lightweight and comfortable without sacrificing the support of your women. So embrace freedom, flexibility, and comfort with Honeylove's wire-free bras. Honeylove's best-selling crossover bra is so comfortable, it's sure to be your new go-to bra. It gives you all the support of a traditional bra without using any underwire. Plus, mesh detailing adds a touch of sexy. This is one bra you'll actually enjoy wearing and won't want to take off. For a limited time, you can get Honeylove on sale now. Get 20% off your entire order with my exclusive link, honeylove.com/Rachel. Support my show and check them out at honeylove.com/Rachel. Because Honeylove is not just supporting women, it's empowering women. Treat yourself to the best bra on the market and save 20%. Honeylove.com/Rachel. And we're back. All right. Let's get into another one. Am I the asshole for ignoring my friend's phone calls after she invited herself, her spouse, her children, and her friends to my home for an impromptu barbecue without my permission? That is aggressive. That's a lot. Let's read what happened. I'm intrigued by this human being. My friend is having a hard time with her spouse and really needs someone to be there for her while they work through their issues. We only just recently reconnected after not speaking for 4 years. Now every time she calls, she asks me what I'm doing for the day or at that moment, and then invites herself, her family of 4, and some of her friends over to my house. Example for clarity. Friday was her spouse's birthday. Monday, she told me her plan was to take him to dinner. Then she calls me Friday morning asking what I was doing. I told her I was just watching movies on my couch. Then she says, I know it's last minute, but I wanted to come over and barbecue at your place. She said the kids could play together and we could hang out and have some drinks. I hesitated initially and then told her I didn't really have a lot of meat here, nor was my home company ready. She responded saying that she would grab some more food and do all the cooking. Then I said, okay. I cleaned up a little bit and then I received a second call. She excitedly told me that she invited her guy friend and he may bring a friend for me to talk to. And a female friend of hers was also coming. I was shocked that she was trying to throw a party and not just come over and hang with just her family, like she implied during the first call. Her family already was 4 people that I was not expecting, which would have made a total of 8 people, including my own children. I have only met 2 of the 3 people she invited. She didn't even ask me if she could invite anyone else over to the house or give out my address. Luckily, I got a call on the other line and told her I'd call her back. 2 hours passed by and she called me repeatedly. I decided to text her that something came up and I can't host a party for her husband. I did not receive a response, waited another 2 hours, and then called her to see how the barbecue was going. She told me she didn't even have the barbecue party, like WTF. I asked her why she didn't have her friends over to her apartment since she has her own barbecue grill, and why didn't she at least go out to dinner like she had originally planned. She literally didn't answer the first question. She said she didn't want to spend a lot of money going out to eat. Am I the asshole for making up an excuse to end the call and then ignoring all of her repeated calls to confirm? It sounds like you and this friend, just your personalities do not vibe together. She sounds like a little bit of a taker, really spontaneous, and kind of maybe like a lot. And I feel you're more recluse. You like to have things planned out. You like more of an intimate setting. That's fine. Both of those personalities are fine, but I don't think you guys are going to click long term together. I personally sometimes go both ways with that. And when I'm in one way, I do not want to deal with someone that's the other. So I'm going to say, I think you should have just flat up been like, hey, I mean, you did try and be honest at first and she was just not getting it. But I feel like there needs to be more of an open dialogue here. I get just wanting to be like making up excuse and lying and getting over it. But I think you should have, I don't think you should have ghosted her. I think you should have been like, hey, no, you didn't ghost her. You didn't. You said I'm not going to have the barbecue. I don't think you're that much of an asshole. I get it. But maybe you could have gone about it a different way. I don't know. Not the asshole. This is a friend. She sounds like a parasite. She's using you for your place. There was a reason you didn't speak. Is this friendship worth keeping? And then someone said, parasite. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, I agree. I think she's a taker, and I think she genuinely just wanted to use your place. She didn't want to have the barbecue at her house. Someone said, ring her and invite yourself and your kids and some extras. See how it goes down. Someone saying, I want to come over and barbecue at your house is a crazy sentence. Your home is not a public venue that she can invite anyone to. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Just say no. Sorry, that will not be possible. And there is a reason you didn't talk to her for 4 years. I would go back to no communication. Someone else said, ditto. Yeah, everyone's being like, this person is not someone you want to keep around. Not the asshole. Who invites guests over to other people's house without permission? Someone said, narcissists. My ex used to do this shit all the time to our friends. Yeah, I'm going to say, yeah, it's just definitely not the asshole. And I don't think that you two are going to mesh as human beings together. That's really all I'm taking from that. That's the type of person. There are givers and there are takers. And she seems like a taker and you're not in the mood to be a giver. And that is great by you. We'll move on to the next one. Am I an asshole for lying to my mom about my age? Wouldn't your mom know your age? Is that not a thing? I'm so intrigued. This happened a few years ago. I, 18-year-old male, was at her house when her new husband said I should drop out of my private school since he couldn't pay for private school for his sons, and it isn't fair that I have more opportunities than them. I told him it isn't fair that I always had to cook for them every night when I visit when he and my mom are the adults. This sounds like a very toxic relationship happening here. This is, oh, goodness gracious. There is so much bad in just one short little paragraph. We will continue. He quickly turned to my mom and complained about how going to an international school has westernized me and made me disrespectful to my elders. Oh, y'all, just because someone old don't mean they deserve your respect. They haven't earned that. I mean, I always speak to everyone kindly until there isn't a reason to. Just because you're old doesn't mean you get to be disrespectful to young people. Everyone should just be nice to everyone. My mom then turned to me and said that I should ask my dad to withdraw me. What the hell? Because you can't afford private school, you don't want another man to pay for his son's private school. Are you dumb? Not a chance. Fuck that shit. I was really mad and told her she doesn't get to say since I was already 18. I wasn't, though. I was only 17, but I knew that she often got my birth year wrong and had to be corrected several times. When I turned 18 yesterday, she realized I had lied and said I should have just talked to her nicely instead of making a fool out of her. That's fucking hilarious. And I'm on your side because your family sounds toxic as hell. Someone said, not the asshole. If she can't remember what year she gave birth to you, she's the real asshole. She had no business siding with her new husband. Your education has nothing whatsoever to do with his sons. God, they are both assholes. And someone responded, I wholeheartedly agree. However, I would like to add that it's not entirely out of the realm of possibility for a parent to forget their child's birth year. Personally, I've had to double check myself about my youngest birth year, mostly because she was born during the height of the pandemic, and a few years there just blurred into each other. I certainly wouldn't have forgotten whether or not a major milestone like turning 18 had passed, though. Yeah, that's a big one. Like, I can get, you're like, what are you, 13, 14, 15? But to not know if they're either a teenager, an adult in their 20s, like, come on. No. Yeah, everyone's just saying not the asshole. Because what the hell? Everyone's just obsessed with the fact that she forgot his birthday. Not the asshole. What kind of mother doesn't remember what year she gave birth to you? She has only herself to blame. Not the asshole. Your mom doesn't remember your birth year. Sounds like you need to distance yourself from these people. Your dad paid for your private school. Not your problem if your stepdad couldn't do the same for his. He sounds like a controlling jerk. Not the asshole. Your mom forgot your birthday unless she has early onset Alzheimer's or dementia or another neurological disorder that's messing with her memory. She's the asshole. Yeah, I very much agree with that one. I'm always like on the no lying train, but she deserved it. Okay, we have one more. Time for a singular more. Uno more. Am I the asshole? Me, a 22-year-old male, and my girlfriend, a 22-year-old female, got super drunk on our last day in Punta Cana. Punta Cana? Yeah. So if that's just the title, I don't think getting drunk makes you an asshole. What you do while you're drunk can be asshole-ish. But for right now, I'm not seeing any issues. Of age, both got drunk. Let's see if there's an actual issue here. See title. I did, and I'm still confused. Her younger sister and her best friend, both 18-year-old females, are also here, and we've been having a really nice time. We came back to the room at like 10 p.m. with the intention to rest up for like 30 minutes and then go back out for the night. My girlfriend immediately fell asleep on our bed. Super normal for someone who was drinking in the sun all day. But after like 5 minutes, she started mumbling gibberish, which turned into a real sentence. Since the sentences were outlandish and she kept repeating them, the three of us started getting concerned. We let her do it for 5 minutes because we didn't know what to do. Eventually it stopped, and her younger sister and friend said they would want to go back out and asked what I think we should do about my girlfriend. Around then, she woke up and started talking about how we were just at the club and all this stuff that never happened that night. That's when we thought she was drugged. Then she fell asleep again. At around 10:35, I tried waking her up by speaking to her and coaxing her arm, which usually works. She didn't wake up, and I figured she had had a long day and she should sleep. Also, it was quote-unquote early in the night, and another 20 minutes of sleep won't change our plans for the night. When she woke up 15 minutes later, I asked if she was okay and if she knows where she is, etc. She immediately got mad at me for making her feel crazy and like a child. I just wanted to make sure she was okay, but now she's really mad. She won't even look at me. Am I the asshole? I am so confused. I am in utter disarray in my brain. What? So you're saying, I'm going to clear this up in words that we will all understand. Your girlfriend and you and her little sister and friend are at a resort. You and your girlfriend get really, really drunk. You go back to the room. She passes out. You guys are like, what do we do? You're hanging out in the room for 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And you're like, shit, she might be drugged. She comes to. And you're like, baby girl, how you feeling? You doing good? And she said, fuck you. How dare you make me feel like a child? And you're like, what did I do? So here's the thing. She's still drunk. I would say she's very drunk and she doesn't know what's going on. So once everyone's sober, you talk to her. You're not the asshole, but you are confusing. Not the asshole. Get her sister involved to back you up explaining what happened. Your girlfriend should be as concerned as for herself as you are, not blaming you for caring. And the OP said, I just did, and my girlfriend tried telling everyone what she did was normal. Someone said, I bet she was embarrassed. I've noticed that some people lash out when they realize others were more sober than them and their drunkenness was noticed. Oh, this is very true. I try again calmly when she isn't as fresh on it and make clear that since you were in an unfamiliar place and have been drinking all day, you didn't want to take any chances and thought it was safest to check on her. If she doesn't understand that, she's the jerk. Yeah, I'm going to say I've seen that a lot. I have seen that a lot when people get too drunk, they start getting really defensive and they get really embarrassed. And so they start lashing out because people don't know how to handle their emotions very well, especially when they're drunk. Someone said, not the asshole. Given her strange behavior and possibility of being drugged, it was reasonable of you to check on her and ensure her safety. You were acting out of concern, not trying to belittle her. And another person said, not the asshole. She's just embarrassed. She still might have been drugged, though. Someone said she drugged herself by drinking all day. Yeah, I would say when everyone's sober and calm, then you can talk to her. And you can also be like, hey, don't lash out at me like that. Or I would appreciate, no, don't say, don't do this. You say, oh, how would I put this? I have to think about it. You could say, if there's a way when I'm concerned about you, this is how you do it. I'm trying to think of like the best way. Say, you clearly didn't like how I checked in on you when I thought there was a problem. So in the future, is there a way you'd like me to go about checking in on you when I feel like something might actually be wrong because I am concerned about you and your safety, as I should be because I'm your boyfriend. So I didn't appreciate how you spoke to me when I was coming at you with concerns. So is there a way that you would like to come to you in the future for this not to be a problem again? Because it is clear that she's just embarrassed, as most people do. Yeah. All right. That's going to be it for today. I love you guys. Please subscribe to see or hear the podcast every Wednesday. JoJo's on next week. And yeah, that's it. Merch is out. I have my hoodies back here. My unladylike hoodie. Ba-ba-ba-bow. That's all. I love you guys. You're wonderful, beautiful people. I am in less of a bad mood now. Thanks for letting me talk. Just talk. That always helps me. I'm less in my head. I can't be thinking weird thoughts if I'm just talking a lot. I love you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye! Thank you for listening to this episode of Rachel Uncensored, the only place on the internet where you can find the uncensored version of me, Rachel Ballinger. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like, subscribe, or follow, or do whatever this platform tells you to do so that you can get notified every time I post a new episode. Love ya!